Welcome to the video. In this video, I am just gonna take you guys through a lower body workout that I do. So this is my strength workout. It's kind of not so much about explosiveness as it is just about building that base strength and just keeping me healthy and strong. So I got my boy Mikey here. I think he's gonna help out with some of the recording, and let's get it. I'll probably show a couple sets from each exercise, and I'll just do a voiceover to talk you guys through it. Let's go. What's up, Mikey?
Aren't you Elon Sport guy?
Huh?
Guy from Elon Sports channel? YouTube.
Oh, I found a loyal subscriber. I mean, I think filming in this gym is all good. It's a pretty relaxed gym, so just getting a warm up in, and then we'll get into it. Body status. My neck is actually feeling quite tight because I think it's not all the way recovered from the injury I had last week. And then I did a whole bunch of handstand practice last night, so it's kind of feeling it today. So I'll see how that goes, if it affects my lifts or not. And my legs are actually kind of tired because I had a really active day on Wednesday. Had a jumping session, ran a basketball training, and played a full game. So it's more or less recovered, but we'll see how it goes. Okay, voice over time. So I started this workout with some ATG split squats. So this is basically like a lunge, but my knees, you want to try to get them as forward as possible, just to kind of train up that knee strength, and to put my body through positions that are kind of a bit more transferable into sport, I guess. So I'm just doing 3 reps on each leg because this is for me like a strength day. I'm not looking to burn out my muscles or anything like that. Just looking to reach up to a heavy kind of weight for me, and then just do them with good form. So here we go. That's 3 reps on each leg on 60 kilos, which is not too bad for ATG split squat. Just some. So I'm supersetting that with some abductors.
Pelvic health.
Pelvic health. And glute activation. So you see that this is like not, actually you probably can't see, but it's not aligned in the middle. So I usually close my eyes so then I don't focus on the middle.
True.
I should probably be looking at over there. So like I said, I do this exercise for kind of glute activation, and it's kind of apparently good for, you know, making sure your pelvis functions correctly, and if you guys watch my recent videos, you know that I had some issues with that recently. Alright, so here's my top set of ATG split squats, 70 kilos, which is also my body weight, so it's not too shabby. I think I still got a long way to go, but you can see that I'm a little bit shaky because like keeping balance with my feet so far apart is not the easiest thing in the world. But honestly, this exercise has been really good for me. Since I started doing it, my lower body health has felt better and better. So ankle mobility, hip mobility, just kind of that full leg strength. It's just been really good. But it doesn't really help me with my lower back issues, which is kind of where I've been having more issues these days. But lower body strength and health wise, this exercise is super helpful. Alright, so from here I moved into Trapbar Deadlifts, and I prefer this deadlift variation to normal deadlift variations just because it's a little bit more transferable in sport, I feel, just because the weight is kind of all around me, and I also don't need to bend down as low, which to me simulates the positions I'm in for basketball and for general athletic things a little bit better. But yeah, it does make deadlifting the weight a bit easier, so just keep that in mind. See here I'm working up 130 kilos. I think I did this for a couple reps, and today I was aiming to work up to a heavy double. So those reps felt pretty good, and I believe I ramped it up to 150. And these reps still felt pretty good, so weight's not moving as quickly, but overall felt pretty good. The bar was starting to slip a little bit though, so I was kind of telling Mike off camera, man, it would have been real good if I had some chalk, but I always lose my chalk. Whenever I buy chalk, I always leave it at the gym. 160? 165?
I know, it's outside the realms of my future strength potential.
Alright, so decided to go for 160. I actually went for 170 before this for a single and failed it, so I dropped it down to 160, and I hit a pretty decent double here, but the second rep, man, it almost slipped out of my hand there. Like, it was falling out as I stood up with that second.
Did you make the second?
I did, but then like, it was like slipping out as I stood. So, I'll count it. Next exercise, got these hip thrusts going, and I've been really enjoying this exercise lately. You can get up pretty heavy, so I'm doing 150 kilos here. Last time, so this is like late last year when I tweaked my back, I went to see an osteopath, and he told me that a main contributor to me tweaking my back is that my glutes were underdeveloped, and he said, yo, just go do some hip thrusts. So ever since then, I've been putting hip thrusts in as a staple as my workout, and honestly, it's such a simple exercise, but you can kind of go max intent, so it's pretty fun to do. So worked up to 160, and I think I was doing sets of 5, and here's another set of 160. I probably could have pushed the weight a little bit more, but I was pretty fatigued already, so just decided to not push it too hard.
So chill after. So chill.
Now we're getting into the last bit of my workout, and this is what I call my kind of body weight, lower body health circuit. So it's a bit of a mouthful, but it's basically reverse Nordics, supersetted with Nordics, and then I get into some calf raises and tib raises as well. But man, this exercise, it took me a little while to kind of build up to this mobility, but once I got the mobility to perform that full range of motion, my knees have never felt so good. Like honestly, like I don't get any knee pain at the moment because they just feel so strong through that huge range of motion. Nordics, this is still a work in progress, so you can see that I'm using that ball just to give me a little bit of something to push off on, and you can see that my hip and my knees not straightening out fully, but yeah, gonna keep working on it, and in the future hopefully I can get myself all the way to the ground and then all the way back up. So I do 3 supersets of these 2 exercises. I think I only show 2 sets of each in this video though. And the goal for reverse Nordics is to get your upper back to the ground. So honestly, if you can get yourself to this, like your knees are gonna feel pretty dang good. Here you go, last set of Nordics. And these are a struggle, man. Like I've been doing these for almost a year now, I think, and I'm still like a long way, I think, away from doing a full one. But maybe next video I will try to not have that medicine ball there, so I'll just see how spectacularly I fail. Yeah, it's kind of tough, man. Sometimes like if I'm not warm enough and I try these, it just feels like my hamstring is straight gonna rip it. Moving into my very last superset, as I mentioned before, I do these bent leg calf raises. So I do them bent leg because apparently that activates a different part of your calf muscle, and it's a lot more transferable to sport as well, because most of sport you play with bent legs. And I really do this just kind of for the ankle mobility and stability, and for more like ankle health, rather than like trying to push any huge amount of weight or anything like that. Like just want to keep those calves activated and feeling good, and continually like working my feet through that full range of motion. Same thing with these tibs. I think the full name for this exercise is like a tibialis raise, and shout out knees over toes guy. He kind of popularized this exercise, I think, but his whole idea is that the tibialis, which is the like front of your leg, like your shins basically, that acts as your first force absorber when you land, when you run and all that. So if you don't have strong tibialises, then it's going to add a lot of additional strain on your knees, and that's a contributor to knee pain. So ever since I started doing these as well and getting these stronger, I've been able to go through like a lot of basketball games, play for hours on end, do my jumping workouts, and my knees have been feeling pretty dang good, man. Mr. Lowe, Michael Lowe himself, check out his YouTube channel. Search out Michael Lowe, and it's the it's the symbol that has a Mr. L. If you want to see some Rocket League wins and some Kiwi lifestyle vlogs type of thing. Shout out knees over toes guy. What's up, Panya?
P Diddy.
Alright, so post workout, that was good. Shout out Mike for for filming, being a good camera guy, and we're out here at KFC as the post-workout food of choice. Here we go. Oh, let's go.
Looks like 2 meals and
they gave us
nuts.
a fat bag.
It's half full.
Oh,
It's got 2 meals and nuts, so
should be good.
yeah.
All right, so what we got 2 of these lunch box things where we got a burger, 2 pieces of original chicken, fries, potato gravy, and we got a 20 pack of nuggets as well. So that should be a good amount of protein, honestly. I'm gonna estimate this to be like 50 grams per person, like minimum. So that's pretty good, and I think that's gonna be it. Thank you for watching. If you guys want to see another workout video, see what kind of other stuff I do, leave a comment, and I will catch you in the next one.